Do you like basketball? Basketball, no. Mm-hmm. I like, but I'm not good at. Yes, I'm not.
Me too.
Yeah, it's like it opens with Gojo being like, "You crying?" and then they like it just is like a fun like dance party mix,
Nice.
and it's like, dude, nothing bad is ever gonna happen to these people. This is so great. I would watch, yeah, I'd watch like 10 seasons of that.
Did you see I started it? Do you see the countdown too, or does only the person who?
Yeah, I was
say,
trying
no?
to be seamless
Because I was like, oh, I don't know, am I being a little sneaky now?
yeah.
I got ESPN pulled up. There's a guy that is crazy. It's not Stephen A on my screen, but it's a guy who kind of has some Stephen A features, and so it's like I'm in a movie. Like I'm in a movie watching ESPN.
Oh, okay.
But
nice.
yeah, I always get to a point in anime, like after they save the world, I'm like, I could use a little arc where everything's just going well. Where these people, like, once we accomplish the goal, I could use a little slice of life. But I'm never just gonna watch straight slice of life.
I feel like Hunter x Hunter has a couple arcs like that where they get, and like York New City arc is one where they went through this whole crazy shit. And now, although at the same time, there's like the whole bit.
The end is crazy.
Yeah, they get fucking kidnapped by the Phantom Troop and everything. But I feel like there's some slice of life moments in there.
And the York New Genocide, which is what the news would call it.
The Requiem? Come on.
A room full of the wealthiest people in the world? Come on. That's gonna be new 9/11.
Comrade Phantom Troop? They would be based, low-key, because they grew up so poor and like oppressed and everything. Although Meteor City, it seems like it cranks out industrialist types. Like, they just do anything to get ahead, that kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of like us. Like, sort of make basketball TikToks, basketball podcasts. We'll do anything.
Yeah, as long as it's kind of to do with basketball tangentially, but not the whole way.
My first scouting report flop. Jockey Jonas.
Yours were doing good. Every time they came up on my feed, they were kind of blowing up. That was good.
Yeah, I got. Let me read you my numbers. I'm literally huge now.
Okay.
Ace Bailey 180K.
Nice.
Dylan Harper 89K. Danny Wolf 64K.
Nice.
Trey Johnson 56K.
Nice.
Con Knipple 107K.
Nice.
Derek Queen 63K.
Nice.
Kaspar's Jockey Jonas 7K. It's been
7K.
paused at 7K for like 12 hours. And you know what? He was the one I had the least fun watching the whole time. Then
yeah, well, they could tell your heart wasn't in it, I guess.
I hate this guy.
I hate this white guy.
I hate him. And oh my God, Anthony Richardson sidelined for an undetermined length of time. Do you know about Anthony Richardson?
Ain't that that's Colts QB, right?
That's the Colts QB who made the greatest throw in history, and he's like the greatest QB athlete in history, but he's just not that good at throwing it. But he's also injured all the time. Now he's injured forever. Guys, I think the Colts are gonna go. They're gonna look for a different answer.
Aren't you Mr. Indefinitely? It could be back tomorrow.
That's true. Well, I don't keep up with football, so maybe he will be back tomorrow.
Yeah. That'd be fine. We've grown to respected reporters that real people talk to, and they're like, "Yep, Amen Thompson out indefinitely with this foot thing," and you're just like, "Is this a tomorrow indefinitely, or are we looking longer than that?"
So by indefinite, like, it's too short a time period for you to make a decision, or like it could be now.
Yeah,
could
hours.
Be 10 minutes.
Are we talking like what are we talking here? Minutes, seconds? Yeah, certainly not days. I guess Anthony, he got sacrificed. He was another one of the sacrifices that people are talking about. They got the owner of the Colts. He was sacrificed. Anthony Richardson, all of his potential he made in a Nen deal for the Pacers to be able to do this shit. And then Caitlin Clark, even the quad, even she's pouring in a little bit.
Oh, true. And maybe Anthony Richardson might have made a deal for that one throw. That was such a good throw. My friend has texted me that the Tottenham Hotspurs, he's mad because they fired their coach even though they won a trophy.
We got to get some diss tracks in American sports, because it's like, what do we think of shit? Or what do we think of Tottenham? Shit. What do we think of shit? Tottenham. And then they go like the whole thing. That's based. I love that. But like the Knicks, they would never come up with some shit for the Pacers like that.
The American mind can't comprehend it. Be like, no, I'm not chanting. No, like that,
No?
like that
What, my
loser who
group
won't wear
think?
the loser who won't wear the shirt at the OKC games. Was he there yesterday? I didn't even notice.
I don't know. I assume so. His whole thing is that he hasn't missed a home game since they moved to Oklahoma City. But he's different in the sense that he doesn't wear the shirts.
Wow, he's passing up on a ton of axe throwing nights at the axe throwing bar. He's passing up on breweries. What else is he passing on? He's on
What is? Are you
camping,
just listing millennial things?
camping at the plains. I'm listing what the options are in downtown Oklahoma City.
Oh, yeah, well, staring into the void, for sure. Contemplating the Trail of Tears is probably available.
Building a shelter.
For tornadoes?
Yeah.
Nah.
Put a GameCube down there.
Oh, okay. Well, if there's a GameCube, that's just a cool clubhouse. We don't have to call it a shelter.
Hey, Mom, I got a shelter in place just in case. What do you mean? There's no tornado. It's sunny. No, I'm being safe.
F 1 million tornado touches down. The strongest tornado ever. Get to the shelter. Oh, no girls allowed. Sorry.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, should have built a second one.
Yeah, well, there's a pink one over there made out of toilet paper and doilies and stuff.
Fine, but you can only play Princess Peach, and I literally get to be Fox, so you're done.
And Samus isn't a girl. Shut up. He's a cool guy inside that armor. In my head, Samus, you probably find out game 1 that she's a girl. Maybe like at the end of the game, if I remember correctly. I think it was supposed to be a twist, but yeah, I don't know. Who's your main in Smash Bros?
So I was in Melee. I was Young Link. And then in what's the next game? What's the Wii U called?
Brawl.
Oh, and Brawl. Yeah, Brawl is next. Was I Young Link again in Brawl? I think I was Young Link in Brawl too. And I was good with Ganondorf. And then in the Wii U one, I was Villager, Animal Crossing Villager. But I was never good. Like, I never played. I was the best amongst my friends, but until, like, early on, because nobody, like, knew the real way to play.
Yeah.
Like, we weren't grabbing or a lot of the frames and stuff like that. But then I had one friend who went to college, and he got, like, he got situated amongst a lot of real players. So then he took a leap, and I was like, I don't want to keep up. I don't want to play
sharpens
like that.
iron, baby. In his case. In your case, iron breaks, whatever a softer metal is, silver.
I'm probably still the second best of the group, though, even though some others have tried to pick up the legit pro strategy. But I don't know. My natural instincts might be too much to overcome, because I was something of a natural talented beast.
Okay, nice little 1 in 1,000 kind of talent.
Yeah. Well, maybe more.
Nah, if you're not even the best in your freaking friend group.
I might have beat the Saridnik once you, and then instead of, like the Nen
Zushi versus Saridnik. Who you got? Prime Zushi.
Prime Zushi? We haven't seen Prime Zushi, dude.
Zushi. Well, you have to imagine it. You're projecting, down the line what techniques he develops.
Okay, Prime Zushi, because hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard.
I think Saridnik works pretty hard.
Did you ever see Thunderstruck?
No. But I've seen Mike, and so
I did when I was younger. It wasn't that good.
No, it seemed bad. Every shot I've ever seen from it looks like it was shot on it looks like a CW show, kinda.
Whose shoes would you rather have? Whose abilities?
Kevin Durant's wouldn't be that helpful to me because I'm not 7 feet tall.
Well, no, you get, because like Mike he was 4 feet tall and he was jumping like Mike.
Well, yeah, but
he could dunk.
Yeah, but Michael Jordan, like, if I could jump like Kevin Durant, it'd be helpful. But, like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of Kevin Durant's advantages are, like, I could shoot over you, and I'm really mobile for a guy who's 7 feet tall. I'm incredible.
Just give you a crazy jumper and good handles. And...
That would be sick, but Kyrie would be perfect. I would love to be Kyrie. Steph, I don't want to run that much.
Wow.
Are you? I mean, like, are you?
That's
putting
the
in
only thing I do.
Are you putting in the hours? You're just sprinting to be able to run 8 miles in a game?
Well, it's easy to run on offense. That's defense, then it's like, oh.
That's been Van Gundy's tagline this entire postseason is, he's not going to be hurting when he gets the ball. Watch this.
I love that.
And a lot of times with Cat, it was true. With Cat, like, Cat would be like, holy fuck, my knee just exploded. And then they'd get down to the other end of the floor, and he'd be, like, calling for it in a post-up, and he'd look great.
It is true. That's how basketball works. Like, when you go to high school, the whole basketball team is walking like they had their ACL snipped and everything, and then but once they get in the game, they're moving dynamically.
I'm a lumberer. I've been told I have a funky gait from a lot of people, and so I don't know if that's from basketball or what, but yeah, I can't imagine the ACL helped with that either. I'm definitely a side-to-side walker.
And you're just a big giant monster. You're a big giant freak, so that's part of it.
Yep,
like,
people say that all the time to me.
You're like, here, I have a good joke to make.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys get ready.
Guys, get into the headspace for comedy. Have a couple drinks, so, two drink minimum for this joke.
I know we have a leftist audience, so guys, please take the time to prepare yourselves. We're gonna get into some comedy.
Guys, yeah, comedy. So there's gonna be jokes in this one, so maybe try to be ready for that.
When you start coming down the street.
Is this Godzilla?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that Godzilla. I saw Godzilla -1.
I think it's the original theme song. I saw that. I think it's the same as the original one, but just a little bit different. But
yeah, I think
actually,
it's scarier.
Well, the top comment actually weighed in on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the comment I saw is gone, but he said the original one has texture to the instruments that Godzilla -1 doesn't have. So he preferred the original.
Let me see. Oh, I'm getting a BP advertisement. Guys, don't support BP oil.
Okay.
It's going 2 ads. Well, God damn it.
No, guys, BP is okay because what's the soap? Tide?
No, I think it's Dawn.
Dawn came in and cleaned up all the ducks, so we're all good.
Never see any other animals getting cleaned up.
Well, some animals they're dirty anyway.
That's me walking down the street.
Oh, do you guys have Arizona? Oh, that's you at the gas station.
I don't ask. I just go look. The hell?
I don't fit in that section. The ceiling's only 10 feet.
I will say. There is a smugness when I walk past a short guy. I'm just
wow.
It happened today. There's a guy walking. I went and I dropped off a bunch of clothing donations, and there was a guy walking past me, and with a girl. I don't know if it was his girlfriend or what, but they're the same height. And I was just like, got his ass. I got his ass. Little man, have a good day.
Guys, the era is over. We live in a Tom Holland Zendaya world. Short kings are on top.
You think you're Tom Holland?
I'm literally Tom Holland. Hello, it's me, Spider-Man.
Hello, it's me. It's me. I'm British. They should let him be British for Spider-Man, but he still lives in New York and everything.
No. Spider-Man's an American character.
Shout out to Spider-Man, I guess. Who's the best fictional American character? What are we thinking?
Oh, the
city of New York.
Oh, the best fictional American character? God. Was that cool? guys?
I don't think God's
Was
American.
Was that good for the leftist audience?
There's plenty of religious leftists out there.
I don't know. I mean, go. Oh, he's Japanese.
No way you go. Oh, Gojo.
Yeah, that of course. You asked me the best. That's
He's
where
not
my
American.
mind is gonna go first.
Come on, dude.
Who is American?
Is All Might American, or is he just like Stars and Stripe pilled?
He's Japanese. Because I've seen a video where he's in America. He's like, I'm an exchange student from Japan, and then they're like,
man,
he's gonna be the greatest hero in the world.
That's some
one day.
bullshit. He should be American, dude.
Whoa,
He's so American. Like he's. I don't know. And I know there is the Stars and Stripes lady who is the number one hero in America. And her powers seem pretty cool. But to me, All Might, he's like very in line. He's like Paul Bunyan. I don't know, he's embodying all these like incredible American ideals or whatever.
Well, he doesn't have enough lobbyists. You know, Andrew Cuomo during the New York City mayor debate, they're like, you took money from these guys. I forget who it was, but he took money from someone bad. And then he's like, that doesn't mean I'm going to listen to him.
Hey, okay, base. I'm just scamming people.
That had nothing to do with it.
That doesn't mean I'm going to listen to them. You took money from these guys. Me bringing up, like, individual donors that I just personally don't like. My annoying neighbor. You took money from this guy. What the hell?
Well, we take money from DeLon Wright, hero of the Resistance. So
I don't have beef with DeLon Wright. I thought he.
Do you listen to him?
Depends on what.
When he says heavy Katie links to the Hawk.
Heavy Katie links. Yeah, that's
over a year now.
That's the truth. That's the truth. I mean, what? Why would I not believe that? What's so ridiculous about that? Heavy KD links to the hearing big rumbling. I saw the funniest. It was an old screenshotted tweet thread of the Yoda guy, Rashad Phillips.
Oh, is he still around?
I don't know. This was years ago because it was someone tweeted, Ben Simmons will either be a Celtic or a Laker very soon. Daryl Morey has no idea who Anthony Edwards even is, so don't bring up Minnesota as a landing spot. And Rashad responded with like the shush emoji, and he was like, too much info. Keep that on the down low. And the guy was like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to blow it up. Yeah, you're right. I should keep it silent or whatever. And so,
yep.
Guys, comment down below what your favorite Ben Simmons Lakers moment was.
Well, let me search up Rashad Phillips. I want to see if he's still out here. If he just was chill on the Luka take, he could still be out here.
Mossad Phillips.
RP3 natural. I think he's just pivoted. Okay. So, yeah, he's still out here 2 minutes ago. People confusing superstar with clutch. Hallie is clutch, a lot like Robert Horry was, but a lot like Horry, he was never a superstar. Being a clutch player is completely different than being a superstar. Both are great badges of honor. Hallie is trending into SS water, though. Hashtag Yoda.
SS? Oh, superstar. Okay.
Superstar.
I was like, whoa, you can't just be throwing that. He's a Nazi.
And someone replied, and then he replied to them, and he said, Siakam is the team best player, fam. Already has a championship under his belt. Nice.
We got a tweet 20 minutes ago from Gary Wolfell. Do we believe Gary Wolfell?
Who's that?
It's just this guy. He's editor of WolfellsPressBox.com. He's a pro basketball writer. He's won some awards.
This guy did something.
Well, he just tweeted 20 minutes ago. The Knicks are preparing to make a tsunami-type offer to acquire Giannis from the Bucks. What could a tsunami from the Knicks roster even look like? They have one pick.
I've got a tsunami with no water. So tune in, guys. I'm gonna try and drown you in something. I'm gonna drown you in cat. I'm gonna drown you in some young players that I never played, so they have zero value.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drown you in. Do they have any picks left?
I literally think they have one tradable pick.
Would you trade Brunson?
I mean, I would absolutely. What? Yeah. To get Giannis? To get Giannis?
He's the guy.
Brunson?
He's like, they say he's like the most beloved New York athlete, like by far.
Okay, well, it's Giannis, so.
Well, how old is
that? Would be slimy as shit, though, if they, because I mean, like Brunson taking that pay cut, when it happened, I was like, oh wow, and now looking back, it's like, oh wow, that is a lot of money to put this team together. I understand taking that pay cut if it's like, we could add Kevin Durant or something, but taking that pay cut so it's easier to give, what, OG Anunoby as much money as you annually? I wouldn't love that.
They're only 2 years apart. But no, I'd be shocked if they did that. But I guess they could throw Bridges. The idea being Milwaukee flips Bridges later.
I mean, yeah, hey, he's worth.
I'm not feeling a tsunami on me. I'm feeling
5 first-round picks.
I'm feeling a little piss over my shoulder. That's it.
Okay, don't piss on my head and tell me it's raining. Old sayings are so fun.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Don't piss on my head. I wasn't gonna do that. So.
I wonder if there's a bigger gap back in the day between tall and height people and taller and shorter people, because they make it seem more extreme in their jokes back then. Like, how's the weather up there? And maybe, yeah.
I saw something recently where they were like, he was a giant, nearly 6'6", and so it's like, yeah, I think tall people back in the day, it was like more outlandish.
Well, I mean, pre-NBA, there's no collection of these guys. Where would you see them?
Well, you just see them out and about. You would see them, like, playing on a street ball court or something.
Well, there's no basketball.
Oh, so you're talking, like, before the inception of, like, the sport.
I'm saying when they were talking like this on the TV.
Well, some of them probably played baseball, because you get the long arms is good for throwing.
Nah, too big a strike zone.
Too big a strike zone. Babe Ruth's strike zone was huge. We just got a new video of him looking super ethnic. It was like colorized 1920s footage.
He was mixed, guys. Write it down.
He was mixed, guys. He was what's that called? Afro-Latino.
You know who first called him Babe?
Who?
The maid from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Muriel first called him Babe?
Yep,
she said it in an episode. Who do you think called him Babe? Who do you think named him Babe?
No, I thought it was the talking pig did that.
No.
Made it all the way to New York and said, they're going to kill and eat me because it's the Great Depression and nobody cares that a pig can talk, but you take my namesake and become great.
Is Babe set that far in the past? I haven't seen Babe in forever.
No. It's pretty modern, I think. But can Babe even talk, or am I thinking about Charlotte's Web?
I'm pretty sure Babe talks. Well, who else will be talking in that movie?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Tyrion Lannister is in it. Or Tywin, whoever the old dickhead is.
What was Charlotte writing in those webs?
It's scary stuff. Well, I think it was like hello.
It was like first. One word each, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, to see a word in a fucking spider web, I'd be like, whoa.
Yeah, I guess. But like, how compelling could the rest of them be? Like, once we've established that the spider can write.
What do you mean?
Like
once we've established the spider can write.
And,
you're like, that's not cool anymore?
She can write one word at a time. What? Let me Google.
Yeah, you're right. No one would give a shit about that.
What words did Charlotte write?
Good. Oh, lifestyles of the rich and the famous. I was listening to that today. What a great song. What a great band, dude.
She wrote some pig, terrific, radiant, humble.
Big ass words for a pig or a spider.
So tell me right now you walk outside into your hotel hallway. There's a spider web that says humble.
I'd be like, whoa. Well, because I also think
that would be your day, that'd be your week, or it'd be a second. Whoa.
If you saw a spider writing a word,
Well, the word, I don't think they saw her writing it. They just saw it written.
I think eventually they see the spider write it. If this was
they
a repeated thing,
disbelieved it.
because like, okay, maybe if you're telling me I only see the word humble, sure, fine, whatever. Whoa, that's weird. If I come out tomorrow and radiant is in the spider web, I'm telling somebody.
You're calling the news?
Yeah, absolutely.
No one will believe you.
Oh my god, you sound like some angry townsfolk who doesn't want me to get famous for having this cool pit. No one's gonna believe you. It's fake. You're lying.
Yeah, well, you're selfish. You hear a spider writing in the web and you think, I'm gonna profit. I'm gonna be famous. I'm gonna be a star.
Can I call like scientists to come figure this shit? I don't care who knows. I'm just not keeping it to myself at that point. Bitch.
Oh.
What's up?
Guys, he lost the argument. He got emotional, and he did.
No, I'm cool. I'm saying
lashed out.
It's the summer of fallacies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the summer of fallacies. So you're wrong because you're ugly. And the Pacers are gonna keep doing this because I've seen them do it before.
Oh, could be.
Yeah,
could be the move.
Hey, or alternatively, they're due. The Pacers are due to lose.
They're due. They are. Oh, to lose. Oh,
yeah. Well, I mean, at this point,
I thought we're due for championship.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I'd rather they win, to be honest. So they're due, yeah.
But OKC's due too.
Oh man, yeah, they're due. So, guys, comment down below your favorite fallacy.
All right, let's do some ball talk,
I guess. Oh, also pull up. I did a lobbyist request thread last night.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we can. God damn it, we could do that too. Let me get my timestamps out.
Damn, 76.
What? Yeah, I did it later in the night because I knew if I did it right after the game, everyone would just be commenting, "Oh my god, this was the craziest thing ever." We're already going to talk about that, guys. Don't worry. So.
Yeah, the first comment is, "What the Haliburton?"
And
then the second comment is, "What the Haliburton?" Anyway, trade Kevin Durant to the Nuggets.
Hey, I can get on board with half of that. I walk outside, Spiderweb says KD to the Nuggets. I'm calling somebody. All right. Pacers win. What's the big deal?
All right, so Pacers have won game 1, everybody. They're literally going to win the series now. No, I am actually very impressed. So this was a game. This was an impressive game. First off, no double big lineup. OKC started the game. Case and Wallace came, and I believe they closed the game, too.
They closed the game incredibly small. It was Kaysen, J-Dub, Dort, Shea, Alex Caruso was the closing lineup. So, yeah, we should say, as someone who predicted dominant Thunder win of a series, this was a better game than I thought we were going to get at all this was an incredibly fun game just as like an outsider watching. Really ugly, like the whole game the Thunder were up 10, 12, 14 points or whatever. It was a hideous Thunder game though, process wise, looking back at some of these minutes where they get 19 turnovers from the Pacers in the first half. It's the most in any NBA Finals game since 1999, and the most in a half since 1999 either. So, yeah, that really fueled a lot of like good, easy offense for them. Everything in a half-court setting outside of like Shea isolations, hideous hoops for OKC. It was really, really ugly. Chet, awful game, which led to him getting benched with 3 minutes left. That's when they went to that super small lineup. And then J-Dub, awful game as well. I mean, I have some numbers for both of them, but like, what are you thinking just at the game overall?
There have been other series these playoffs where I'm like, not canon. And famously game 1 is should never be canon. The Bulls won game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals against Miami in 10-11.
It's funny you say that because Bill Simmons. Hey, 30 minutes in, we got our first Bill Simmons mention.
Nice.
He said last night, for when you're a massive underdog, it feels really big to win Game 1. I like that for the Pacers winning this series, and it's just like cool. True. True, Bill.
OKC won Game 1 in 2012, and it was like we're
that.
stomping them, we're beating them down. But I think they were the favorite going into that series, betting odds.
Well, that was just because LeBron, the Frozen one, the year before.
Yeah, it was the Frozen one, dude. That's your goat.
That's your goat. That's so embarrassing.
But I just think the Pacers are good, and it's unbelievable that they survived this 25 turnovers on the game to 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I have a full list here. So anything. So if you think of other bad shit that happened to the Pacers, feel free to add it at the end. 25 turnovers to OKC's 7. And again, that's the most in a finals game for like 25, 26 years. Nobody on the Pacers scores 20 points. Nobody breaks the 20-point barrier. Obi Toppin is their second leading scorer.
Oh, he's a god tonight.
Because he hits 5 threes. He opened the game the worst minutes on the team. He looked like it was going to be straight up unplayable hoops for him for a second there. They only lead the game for the final 0.3 seconds. That was their only lead. It was tied for like a minute, and the Thunder led the entire rest of the game. Every other team since 2000, when trailing by 9 or more points in the final 3 minutes, they were 0-42. And so the Pacers that's in the finals, just in the finals. So, yeah, for the Pacers to win this, Haliburton said to Siakam in the tunnel after the game, let's get greedy. We didn't even play well. I don't think that's an insane position to hold looking at this Pacers game. And the Thunder played like shit too. So, like, anything can happen moving forward. But, yeah, to get this game where this many things go this poorly for the Pacers, even though a lot of their half-court offense was, like, some of the best we've seen against this Thunder defense, it's a really big win for Indiana.
Yeah, and I mean, like, even though they didn't break 20 points, it was just such a democratic scoring effort that I don't know if I feel bad about that. Because they sold out pretty hard to contain Haliburton throughout this game, and they sold out so hard that down the stretch of this game, like, what were they? How much were they down in the fourth quarter? 14, 12?
14 or 15. I think with about 9:40 left, that's when you got the TJ McConnell can't inbound it on the baseline, and he like throws it out and essentially just like gives Jalen Williams a wide open fast break dunk. I think that was like 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That put him up 15 points.
And the comeback is spurred like not by just Haliburton masterclass. He really only hits the shot at the end. I think he might have had one layup in there. I don't know.
Yeah, he had a layup with 4 minutes left. Because I just rewatched like the final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, and you see him make it was a good layup. He broke, I think, Shea down off the dribble before the defense could really get set. And I looked at the clock and I was like, holy shit, he doesn't score again. He finishes with 14 points. He doesn't score again until he hits that shot. So the final 4 minutes, it's just everyone else on the Pacers doing everything.
Yeah, it's Nembhard self-creation, like cooking and step-back three. It's Miles Turner, a bunch of clutch threes, one which he banked in. But it evened out because he also had one wide-open one when it was like 4-point deficit that he missed.
Yeah. When he missed that, I thought that was going to temper the Pacers. When he missed, I was like, oh, wide open. We've seen this so many times this postseason. Like, Thunder immediately need a timeout after he hits this, and he missed. And it was like, oh, shit, that's a huge break. There were so many moments where it was like, oh, we've seen the Pacers do this, and it feels like they have a chance, but there's just not enough in the tank tonight. In the fourth quarter, it was like, I'm thinking specifically the sequence where Dort got an incredible block on Aaron Nesmith, and it immediately went into a Shea fast break dunk. That was like a 4 or 5 point swing. It was a 1-possession game. It would have been a 1-point game, and instead you're down 5 points with like a minute and a half, 2 minutes left. That was a huge swing.
What's the rule with the restricted area? like, how does the restricted area work?
There's something about when you jump, I think.
Because his feet were fully in there, but he went fully vertical. And I was like, wait, aren't you supposed to be outside there? Or is restricted area only for charges?
I assume it's mostly for charges. I don't know if there's like legislation to be like that, but outside, I'm fine with the way it was called. I didn't think
it's fine.
It was a really good play, like good example of verticality, even when you're kind of like moving forward or whatever. And I'm glad they didn't call it foul there.
That's one of those things I definitely should know by now. how the restricted area works.
Well, that specific part of it doesn't happen that much, I feel like. Like, you don't see guys take off heel on the restricted area or whatever. But, I mean, since they didn't call it moving forward, I'm just going to assume if you jump, it kind of negates the restricted area.
All right, yeah, it's just for charges. So, guys, little lesson for you.
Little insider NBA tip from the guys who have a podcast.
Little ball talk for you. What's it called? Neesmith hit a crazy movement 3. Siakam did he score down the stretch?
Yes, because part of this double bigs thing that like kind of reared its head is not Neesmith. I think Nembhard, after he hit the sick ass ISO 3 that you talked about, there was another trip down where he takes like a pull-up 3 about 50 seconds left, and he barely hits the front of the rim. But since they have no bigs on the floor, it's like Case and Wallace trying to box out Siakam, and he gets the rebound, and he makes it a 1-point game in like a putback layup. And so, yeah, Siakam, I mean, it was a great game from everybody, really. Like, no super explosive moments, as far as like big volume scoring, but everybody just hit all of these like team of destiny shots. Really, it's just like how to get 1 or 2 of these, it feels like a miracle. So to string together like 5 of them from all of it's even different than the Aaron Neesmith hot hand thing against the Knicks, where it's like one guy completely unconscious shooting mode. This is everybody making the big play when they're asked to do it. I feel like that's even rarer.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I was just looking at Nembhard's regular season stats. It's like 10 points a game, 27% from 3, 65 games played. So it's not even like, oh, he's working off the rust. Like, no, this dude played the whole season, and that's what he was doing. And it's like, yeah, we'll just let him cook in game 1 of the NBA Finals. We'll just put the ball in his hands, let him do it. Well, he's Canadian, so he's done this against Shea.
He knows
Dort
how to get past Shea. He doesn't need to get past him, but yeah.
And Dort. So yeah, then obviously Obi Top and explosion. But yeah, it's crazy. OKC took 98 shots in this game, 16 more than the Pacers, and they still lost.
What was? Do you have OKC shooting splits? It had to be like 38-30 something.
Well, they shot 36.7 from 3. They were 11 of 30, and then the Pacers were 46%. So that was.
What
big.
about from the field though for OKC?
From the field, 39%. Well, rounded to 40 versus 48 for Indiana.
Yeah. And so specifically, awful Chet and J-Dub games, like I said, they combined to take 27 shots, and they hit 1 jumper between the 2 of them, and that 1 jumper came with 9 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first quarter. So essentially you get 46 minutes of not nothing on offense, but like nothing on the perimeter, and really destructive hoops from Chet. I mean, I thought coming into this matchup, Chet was going to have like a pretty good series against Miles Turner, and I don't think that's like out of the question. I think he could bounce back or whatever, but this was a terrible showing from him. Like, truly, he seemed really bothered by a level of physicality that moved him off a lot of his spots, and, like, combined with a really bad touch night and trying to, like, angle his way around the contact instead of like going up and going through it or whatever. It was just, yeah, like all of the lows that you get from a Chet offensive game were here. And defensively, I mean, it was just like tough for the entire team. The Pacers were scoring on them as well as I've seen anybody score.
Yeah, he tried to drive on him at the end of the game, and it was just like you get a funky touch shot that just rims out. It's just I don't love that matchup. I don't love going to that. I don't feel like he has an overwhelming physical advantage against.
I thought he was quick enough to like, get by him, but yeah, it really did not matter in this game.
He's a pretty upright driver, right? Like he's got some. His body is just odd. I don't.
Yeah. if you could get him the way Shea, like he shoots falling down 10 times a game, like and not from flopping. I mean, just like he gets a driving angle and he commits to like falling so that he can get the ball where nobody else is really gonna get it. If you can get Chet to do that and just have his arms be 8 feet away from the nearest defender, it'd be cool. But yeah, just really rough Chet game. And then J-Dub as well. For a game where they get this many turnovers, I went back and watched all of J-Dub's like shots. He only had like 2 shots in transition. He took 20 or 19 for the game. To get 25 turnovers and not get like any real J-Dub offense in transition, that it's weird. It's just bizarre. You don't see it that much.
Yeah. Lou Dort had a good game. He was 5 of 9 from 3, and it was a lot of just daring Lou Dort. Like, we'll live with Lou Dort making threes, and then he still
and some of them were like, by the end, they were like, okay, we'll close out on you, fine. And it still like did not even matter.
We got some AJ Mitchell in this game. I was so excited, but then he missed a bunch of shots in like a short amount of time.
Come on,
and then
he's working the rust off.
Well, yeah, he hasn't played in months, dude. We got some Isaiah Joe early. I was like, whoa, a little spicy Isaiah Joe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, outside of that, ton of Caruso. Only 17 minutes total from Hartenstein. What were they in the Hartenstein minutes?
+2. I would have liked to see more from him, to be honest. I didn't think, you stick with your game plan or whatever. I didn't think going back to Case and Wallace to close the game was the move. I don't think he was, even though there was like flashes of him attacking Haliburton, like I thought they got a couple good offensive possessions out of that. I don't think that plus what he was providing on defense really outweighs. Hartenstein was very good in this game. I thought 9 points, 9 rebounds, 3 of 5 from the field, and he got 3 free throws. As physical of a presence as that's why you went and got him, was to be like in these games where, maybe Chet is getting pushed around a little bit and we don't have that much supplemental size. Hartenstein's like a bruiser that you could throw out there, and I would have liked to see them close with him or at least play him more. 17 minutes is really tough.
I guess, yeah. I guess at the end, or I guess maybe at the end the reasoning was they're worried about threes, and so they just want as many guys who could chase around screens as possible and stuff. And if Miles is dragging you out to the perimeter anyway, just having guys who are in that position can guard him and just switch out onto movement guys. But yeah, this was, I don't know, it's very interesting to see the game go Oklahoma City's way for the entire thing, and then Pacers are still able to have this burst without Haliburton, and then he makes the crazy shot at the end.
Yeah.
I do feel, I don't know, I'm not going to pick the Pacers, but I've said this whole time, I do think this is going to be competitive. Like, I don't think they'll be able to fully stifle this thing, like just completely bottle it up for the whole series. This is nasty stuff. They're so fast.
I think it's substantial. It feels more substantial than, I don't know, some of the other...
Than Orlando beating the Bucks or the Raptors in game one.
I even mean like Nuggets game one, where they like, you know, they're fouling way too early. They're fouling up 3, and they're taking like 0.4 seconds off the clock every time, and then they miss free throws and they blow it that way. This was just like, I mean, the Pacers scored on you whenever they needed to, and you could not generate good offense on the other end. And I don't know. A lot of it is like they've lived and died with Chet and J-Dub all postseason. Like, if you go look at their splits, honestly, Carson Turdsesh tweeted it. Let me go find this shit real quick. Talk.
It was also crazy. I'd never in my wildest dreams would have thought Obi Toppin would be on the court at the end of a finals game, but
much less the second leading scorer, dude.
Yeah, and yeah, it's crazy he's developed this much as a 3-point shooter. But
okay, I got it. J-Dub in wins, 22 points per game, 58% true shooting. Chet, 17 points per game, 62% true shooting. In losses, J-Dub is 17 points on 44% true shooting, and Chet is 13 points on 49% true shooting. So those guys, I mean, when they play well, they win. And when those guys don't play well, Oklahoma City is really behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, you just gotta carry your weight. Shea showed up. Shea was Shea.
He was the best player on the floor the entire game. Like, wire to wire. It was Shea, and this really felt like a good illustration game of like top 3 player in the world versus all NBA player. And it's just like, I don't know, 38 points in a game where nobody else even scores 20 and you lose. I've been there, you know. I've said, that's some Jokic shit, you know.
And he only got 8 free throws. You guys can't be mad. They'll say, well, 14-30. He's inefficient.
I know. I mean, that's so, dude, 30 shots. First of all, he took a lot of those in the first quarter. So, but it's not even
I think it was like 12 or something.
Yeah, it's not even like real 30 shots where he's just spamming it in the clutch or whatever. I mean, this was a really good Shea game. And I don't know. You can win if he plays worse and other guys play better. That's not what I'm worried about. It's just, this is a very frustrating, stupid, annoying loss if you're OKC. And if you're Indiana, I mean, it's hard not to, like, accept black magic. As there was, like, how does this, how does it keep happening? I was watching with my girlfriend last night, and Miles Turner put up that bank 3. And I saw like the line that it was on, and I said, "Oh, hell no!" And then it banked in, and I went, "Oh, okay. Well, this is happening again, probably. If shit like that's going down."
At some point, if it happens, we're in the playoffs. If it happens every round, then it's a function, not a bug.
It's part of their team, you know. Like I mean. It's kind of like the Aaron Gordon aspect. It's like if a whole team was Aaron Gordon this postseason, where you just like, oh, okay, I guess that's just a thing he does now the whole time.
Yeah, and I mean, like at the end of the game, they're doubling Shea with Obi, and Shea is just splitting it like it's nothing.
That was like Donovan Mitchell shit. I thought they're like at half court, and he just teleports past them. And they somehow still don't get a good shot out of it.
But because it's Obi, it's easy. Like that's like me out there.
Donovan Mitchell does it against Alex Caruso and Lou Dort. You can't even see him.
I wonder how many of Donovan Mitchell's splits were against Obi. Now his were Nembhard and Nesmith every time.
Yeah. What you brought up? It's funny that you brought up Nembhard's regular season stuff, because the other part of this is. If the Pacers don't win, how long do you think it will take before people start going, oh, OKC played a 4 seed in the finals? Because, like...
Oh, yeah. I mean, if they handled the series easily, that's what everyone will say. They'll say fraud competition.
Even, I mean, this is... It happened with the Heat, too. It happened with the Heat, like when the Nuggets played them, or even when the Celtics had beat them. You've seen people, like... no matter the devil magic run that a team is on and how scary it feels playing a team in real time, it just doesn't, like, people don't give a fuck. They go check Basketball Reference. Oh, 10 points per game? Barely, not even 30% from three? This guy fucking sucks. What do you mean this guy was beating you?
And then the LeBron fans, they've tried. I don't think they've done it successfully. They try and say, well, that Hawks team, 60 wins or whatever, that was, and he crushed them.
Hey,
they were nowhere near it.
4 All-Stars, baby.
Yeah, and he shut them all down.
Hey, shout out to Al Horford, man. Real all-star type shit.
But yeah, and the PR campaign against OKC has worked because all my friends who don't really keep up with the NBA like that, they hate Oklahoma City and they think Shea's like ultimate crazy flopper loser. And I'm like, I can't believe it's been so successful.
It's truly like a government level misinformation campaign.
Yeah.
Just straight up, like...
It's like they dropped the pamphlets.
Yeah, it's like GI, give up. What's that called? When a soldier abandons or whatever. They're like, go MI, whatever. It's just... It's not real. It's fake. It's not real life, but... Nobody consumes real life. It's so much easier to just watch like a little bit of basketball and then be like,
it's really like a Twitter creation. It's absolutely insane. And there were little rumblings of this throughout the season. Like people were making these jokes, but I just can't believe it. It's like meeting Joseph Smith back in the day, and he's like, "I'm a prophet." It's like, okay, buddy. And then like you're an old man on the porch watching a Mormon church being built, and you're like, Jesus Christ, I can't believe.
How did they fall for this? What do you mean? What do you mean God's in Mississippi right now? What are you talking about?
But yeah, it's crazy that people have turned against this team that's all just young, cool guys playing hard on defense, and then a guy who drives all game long, takes 30 shots, and gets 8 free throws. I can't believe they give him 8.
Yep, we need to kill this guy.
What a cheater.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, usually you get, I guess last year was their cool year or whatever. It's just weird looking back how that didn't happen to the Warriors then, I guess, is my thing. Where the Warriors' cool year, 2013-14, they were a cool team. They were like,
cool to me the whole time.
Yeah, I know. Dick Rider. Yeah, but like 13-14, they were kind of like the Thunder were last year. I don't think they won quite as many games, but it felt like a very similar. Oh, this is like a team that's coming. They're gonna be like a very serious team very soon. But then 14-15, they were still pretty beloved. Like it's not like anybody was like threes are boring. This is stupid. I hate like Steph and Draymond's a bitch or whatever. Even though like by that point Draymond was starting to like come onto the radar as annoying guy. Yeah, it's weird that like Golden State, they had like 2 or 3 seasons, even most of the 2016 season.
Yeah, people liked cool. Steph for the whole 15-16 regular season. He was unanimous.
So it's just weird how, like, I guess Steph's whistle, terrible, famously. And especially back then. Like, he didn't get any calls. Like, for all the illegal screens talk, if you go back and watch some of those games, like, Kyle Lowry is, like, dolphin diving under Steph's feet as he's landing or whatever. Like, guys are closing out on him with baseball bats, and it doesn't matter. So
you do gotta wonder, though, like, if there was the current Twitter, which like incentivizes negativity and everything, if the current Twitter climate and everyone is just a psychopath running a PR campaign against certain people, if there was that kind of engine that just posted moving screens like nonstop, and they're like, can't believe they're getting away. This is literally cheating. This is. Let me see a contested 3 from Steph Curry. How about he shoots one without cheating? Then maybe the sentiment would have changed even sooner.
I don't know. I feel like, to me, that's very analogous to the highlight reels of Alex Caruso being handsy with defenders. It's like, it's true, and I think it's a valid thing to be annoyed by or whatever, but it's too rules centric for any of like the people, the quote unquote casuals or whatever you want to call them, that are like going along with the free throw narratives. It's too rules centric for those people to give a shit. They're never going to be like, oh, I'm mad because they're not playing by the rules. I'm mad because it's lame or whatever. And so I don't think people would really be mobilized by that, by the moving screen stuff. You would have like contingents of people online who don't like it, but I don't think it would ever catch on the way some of these narratives about the Thunder has.
I don't know, because in my mind it's more real. Like, it was legit. It was like crazy stuff that Bogut was doing and everything. And Shea, most of it is made up entirely.
I will say the funny thing about the moving screens is that they are inherently like tied into the slow motion replays of Steph's threes. It's like when Shea does something cool, you don't have to see Alex Caruso like grab somebody's arm or something in the same play, but like you see Steph running, and then Festus Ezeli or whoever comes into frame and just like elbows somebody right in the torso, is like pass blocking in slow motion for a full 5 seconds, and then you get to see Steph take the shot. It's it kind of highlights all that stuff.
All right, do you have anything else? Or should I do lobbyist requests?
Yeah, I'm also cool if this doesn't hit 2 hours. Even though we said that yesterday, we fucking cleared 2 hours, but it's whatever.
Oh, but hey, everyone that won't hear that.
Hey, we said that next Saturday.
Oh, that's not even this Saturday. Okay. God,
yeah, we're going tomorrow.
God, we have to work so much this week.
I know. Well, it's the off season, so we have to make up things to talk about.
All right, the Nets' favorite janitor. Hello, Mr. State of the League guy and other Mr. State of the League guy. This is truly a generational run from Mr. Haliburton. Guess what? He wasn't even that good yesterday. About 10 months ago, we were all laughing at him holding up his participation medal, and he parlayed that into opening the season playing like Dookie. Have we seen more of an aura shift from a player over the course of one calendar year? People liked Haliburton before this, but he had a bajillion skeptics, and most of them seem pretty quiet right now. He literally was voted the most overrated player by his peers.
Yeah.
In,
I don't know.
The NBA.
There is an aura shift, definitely. I think more people have gotten on board with him being very good, even when the stats don't look perfect or whatever. But at the same time, a lot of the critics have just dug in harder, I feel like. Like, you say, he wasn't even that good last night. I've seen people in the trenches fighting that battle, right? 14 points? We really give a fuck about 14 points, guys. Are you serious? It's just not even good. I've seen a million point guards do this stuff.
Yeah, and it is important to point out it won't last forever. That's coming from me, a Trae Young fan. I thought I had the world in 2021. I thought it was over, but then now they'll say it took 1 year until on the Bill Simmons podcast they're like, that's kind of a fluky run, huh? That was kind of like, that was a fluke. That was luck. That'll never happen ever again.
It didn't help that like he beats the Sixers and it's like, whoa, and then the Sixers spend the next 5 years just embarrassing playoff exits, and it's like, okay. Well.
But also they were supposed to lose to the Knicks. People, I think they were. I don't know if they were betting favor. I would bet that the Knicks were betting favorites, but
well, I mean,
they were at the very least evenly matched.
If the Knicks are in a series, they're going to be betting favorites, because betting, the way it works is they set the odds so that they know whoever, like, they put people that are going to be bet on as higher odds. So they know more people are going to bet for the Knicks. They stack it that way. But I agree. They probably should have lost. And they certainly, it was a very good run.
Pablo's ex-wife. First-time lobbyist request for my ex-husband. Give me my money. Nice try, idiot. She can't read or write or type. And she doesn't have the internet. The Sam Cassell Doctrine. Distinguished gentlemen. With the Son of God, Tyrese Haliburton, pulling off another
okay.
game winner, has he performed enough miracles to be considered saint for the Catholic Church? After all, he was sent out by the king to spread his basketball powers across the land and convince new believers. With an American pope at the helm, I think it's worth some consideration at the Vatican. Buddy, you're at the wrong side. 180. He's from the devil. He's hell. That's who sent him. He's an agent of Lucifer. Yeah. He has two voices for a reason, guys. It's his and the devil. They're fighting for control.
King Payment. That's really what Hereditary was all about, was trying to get Tyrese Haliburton into the finals.
Well, you know Yu-Gi-Oh? How like the Pharaoh would take control sometimes? That's what happens with Haliburton.
Okay.
And it's just Lucifer, though.
What's Haliburton's nine-tailed beast? It can't be cool.
Blackbeard the pirate. I don't know.
What? Aren't you like Naruto guy?
Well, there's.
Are there human Jinchuriki? Like they have a tailed human inside of them?
Oh no, there's just 9 tails, 8 tails, 7 tails, 6 tails, and they're all like a different funky animal. Like there's one that's an octopus. It's an ox mixed with the octopus. It's pretty cool.
Okay, who has that one?
That's the 8 tails. That's Killer Bee.
I watched his fight against Sasuke. I haven't seen the thing, but like I was like, damn, Sasuke, you really thought you had this shit, dude. You're kind of lame.
He really thought it was sweet. Big Poop. Hello, Peanut Butter, Pablo, and Jelly, Jack. Okay. Why are the Pacers like this? Watching a series with them in it, whether I'm rooting for them now or against the Knicks, whether I'm rooting for them, which he's rooting for them now, or when he's rooting against them with the Knicks, is incredibly stressful. Do they want everyone in Indiana to go bald or die at 40 from heart problems? Thank you for standing up for the most oppressed people last pod. The Pop Boys. Who are the Pop Boys?
Oh, man, I don't remember. God. I thought white people were the most oppressed people.
I don't know. I don't remember. So, guys, everyone go oppress the Pop Boys. I don't know
we got to balance this back out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But, well, the people in Indiana are already done for. I think they haven't walked in years because you got to drive everywhere. They haven't seen another color. The only time they get access to color is watching a Pacers game where they get to see yellow.
That's why they like the blue and yellow uniforms so much. Is because they don't get that at all.
Besides that, it's all gray everywhere. And, they are all actually bald because, remember in the 90s, the whole team went bald. And it was solidarity with the team, but it was because all of Indiana's already bald. And so it was like they see themselves more. It brought ratings up. So
and there's scary monsters that wander the streets. Scary, like, faceless, humanoid, gray. They come out of the ground at night, and, they'll get you.
Yeah, and so the Pacers, they keep everything exciting, but it's not even exciting to these people in Indiana because every day is hell. So this is like it'll calm them down.
It's a reprieve, honestly. It's like, hey, this is just basketball. On my trip home, I'm going to nearly die 3 times.
Nick Bocic. Do you think teams are going to try and poorly replicate the depth and clutchness of Pacers role players and just have rosters with 12 mid players? I don't know. I don't know. We talked about that on the Patreon that's going to come. The conclusion was, I don't know. Because
I do think Carlisle, we should give more credit. I think that's been something that, like, smarter people than I have come to conclusion-wise is like, hey, Carlisle, X's and O's, God. And so, I think that, like, teams, they're not going to delude themselves into being like, hey, Doc Rivers could be our guy. Doc Rivers could be our Carlisle, or whoever you want to say.
He could be the guy.
There's personality coaches, and there's X's and O's coaches. And then,
Yeah. What kind of coach would you be?
I would probably be a good coach, championship coach.
I'd be a guilt coach. I'd guilt the guys into playing for me.
Okay.
I'm literally gonna kill myself if you guys don't win this game.
I'm thinking trickster coach. I'm thinking I show up with like riddles and stuff, and then if they can't solve them, free throws. Do some runs.
You missed that wide open 3 miles. I hope you know you're making my note. Okay.
Make him-
If you guys don't pull out this game, I won't be on the flight home. Okay.
Well, I'll be jumping out, no parachute.
Yeah. But yeah, I literally don't know. How do you identify? Like we know Andrew Nemhart's good. How do you identify him as someone you're willing to put the ball in against the best defense in NBA history at the end of the fourth quarter?
It's also
of the
that like
finals
he
game?
spent this entire season not being that.
Yeah. So how do you? I don't know. Do you just? Is it literally just trust maxing? Just
I guess.
go for it, buddy.
He believes in me. I should believe in myself. And then he just buries step back three over the MVP.
It will be funny seeing what kind of rosters are constructed. Actually, it won't be funny because my Bulls will.
Well,
Bulls will be the one team trying to replicate this.
They're making the 6th seed next year. Did you know that?
Really? Just by
I've decided.
default?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
not going to be enough teams in the East, and Kuminga, Giddey, fast breaks will get you 43 wins, and that will lock the team in for the next 10 years.
Okay, make sure Demon's in there too. What if
you
we
don't
had?
need you don't need Demon and Giddey.
What if we had?
Don't get greedy.
Well, no, we need both. What if we had double the Haliburton passing,
Whoa,
none of the shooting?
none of the other stuff.
Nick. Hey guys, with the Koshian coming up, looking forward to your coverage of the event. Do you think Kyoto International can win it all again? Thanks for the pod. I do follow a TikTok account that posts Koshian stuff. I cannot believe that has
How do
not
you spell
been
that?
Koshien. Do you know what it is?
No. Oh, it's high school. Is this the March Madness thing?
Yes.
Where it's like 1,000,000 teams?
It's 4,000 teams.
That's so sick.
And they're playing in 100-degree humidity, and then it's one game every the pitchers they throw 200 pitches a game, and they pitch every day, and they just destroy their arms because they're so worried. They're like, it's one game elimination, we got to give our all.
I got to play my best. I'm playing
Yeah.
45 minutes tonight.
Yeah, and so I can't believe no U.S. major network like ESPN or anybody hasn't monetized this. As far as I know, it's not available anywhere on TV, and you need there's a website that might show it, but there's a time difference. But still, you should have.
Yeah.
This is something that would be if you just put in the effort and had experts there that spoke English for audiences. I think people would really tune in, and people would bet on it for sure in America.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm hoping. Crap. What's the school in Ace of Diamond?
I don't know.
I forget.
Yokohama.
No.
Wakayama.
Toronto Raptor Baiter. What the Haliburton? Third one. Ebi Moshiri, the Tuscaloosa Tugger. Okay, now that's a guy who kills prostitutes at rest stops.
He tugs people. He tugs their life out of their
Oh,
bodies.
God. Pacers legacy talk. If Rick Carlisle gets a second championship this year, does that propel him to top 8 or even to top 5 all-time talks? He'd have 2 of the most improbable rings of all time at that point. Personally, I couldn't make a top anything list of coaches, but based off vibes, I'm putting him there. Based off vibes, I agree with you.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. And if someone fucking puts their head in here and they're like, well,
actually, with the dark retrospective analysis.
Smokey Thompson back in 1978. He did this with the band. It's like, shut up, dude. Rick Carlisle maxing. I'm down.
Well, what is a more significant coaching move? Like Carlisle being like, let's speed max, or the first ever basketball coach who was like, go stand in front of him and act as a barrier so he gets an easier shot. Who's better? Who's more important?
Probably the guy who invented the screen.
But no, Carlisle is all-time great. Josh Lerman. Hello, Jack and Pablo. Beautiful evening, innit? The playoffs have shown us that defense is 60% motor. So are there players playing physically incapable of ever really playing defense, or is it an effort problem? There are... Motor can cover up a lot, but there are... At the end of the day, to stop the guy in front of you, you got to have some kind of physical advantage. And so... Oh, my brother.
I'm sure plenty of guys tried their
can't-
hardest to stop Shaquille O'Neal, you know?
I can't pick up right now. Yeah. And Obi Toppin, he tried hard. He got out on those screens. He was vaporized. And
I'm gonna meet Shea. I'm gonna meet Shea at the level, and then he's like, "Wait, I'm at the level. Where's Shea?" And it's like, "Bing!" And he turns around and Shea's 10 feet past him already.
yeah, so I think there are definitely motor helps a lot, but at the end of the day, they're gonna attack somebody, and if you don't have the tools to stand up to it, like if you're Darius Garland and you're 6'2", try all you want, they're gonna go through you. So I do think it's you got to have some tools to stop. Brandon Luca Garza appreciator. What's up, guys? Did either of you know Haliburton was born on February 29th, a day that only comes once every 4 years? I did know that. Does this help explain his devil magic? Also, how big of an impact do you think it is to have a 38-year-old veteran dog on the roster on a younger, inexperienced team like the Pacers? James Johnson, if you know, you know. Keep up the good work, fellas. Brandon, a Bulls fan from Iowa. You may as well have sent Brandon, guy with no legs and eyes, blind and deaf. Like, pick a struggle.
Brandon, guy in hell.
All right, hold on. We have to pause it. Now my dad is calling me too.
Oh my god.
I don't know what's.
Yep, we're back. We're literally back. Who's the next one?
Well, wait, we got to finish that one. So, we did know he was born on leap year. This could explain his devil magic. He was born of a different time.
It's giving.
He was born outside of space and time.
The universe doesn't recognize him as somebody constrained by luck.
And then the James Johnson thing, I don't know how you explain. I mean, I think they do like him, and there was like they kept getting into fights all the time, and so people were like, you need a dog on the roster, so they got the guy who's intimidating.
Yeah,
so
they got a guy with a gun on the bench.
Yeah. I got to tell one of my friends the James Johnson ghost Derrick Rose story for the first time yesterday. It was great. Feed me wheels, buckaroos. Hello, Jimbus and Pimbus. Please answer my Bucks question. I'm dying in the deep comments with no replies for weeks now. I'm low-key over the Giannis era. Don't get me wrong, I'm deeply thankful for his talent in the run and his mighty effort to put the Bucks into some kind of relevance. What's a dream scenario trade package for the Bucks, and what's a nightmare scenario? Nightmare scenario is
Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, you trade for someone old. And you're like, we're going to compete still. Mm-hmm. And just once Lillard gets back from the Achilles, Lillard
once my 37-year-old 6-foot point guard comes back from this Achilles injury, then we'll be good. Then we'll be able to run the Dame and Karl Anthony Towns defense.
Any trade that's not future maxing and young player maxing is a bad one. And so I really do think the best one would be getting the number 2 pick from the Spurs, and then you take Dylan Harper, and then you get whatever other picks they have, which, I mean, the Giannis and Wemby picks probably should be not that good, but still.
Yeah.
I just like getting that kind of asset in return, because I don't know if anyone else is going to offer you something, but definitely you want picks, and you want, if you could get a young guy, I don't know, but like even like Şengün is like, that doesn't move the needle too much for me, because I don't think he'll ever be that guy.
Even Şengün? You don't? Come on.
Even Şengün. How about you?
I mean, yeah, I agree with most of that. I don't know. It's tough because they don't have their picks, and so if you go down that route, you will be giving other teams high lottery picks, and that will be very painful. However, that's still moving in a direction. Going the Karl Anthony Towns remain competitive route, I'm fine if you get like a J-Dub package and remain competitive and try to be good, like with built around him and some other funky stuff, and the East sucks and maybe that works. Or I talked about Franz as well. I don't know how realistic those are, but yeah, as like if you get an old guy or even like a 26-year-old, it's like, oh fuck, that's not good at all. And yeah, I don't know. I think youth and draft capital is the ideal for Giannis, even if he goes somewhere that's going to be good, like San Antonio.
And if you could get your picks back, that'd be extra sick.
Mm-hmm.
Ono Dara Pun Pun. Pacers. Salutations, Jack and Pueblo. I'm still in another plane of existence after Game 1 of the Finals. If the Pacers can find a way to win it all this year, would this be the greatest fairy tale run we've ever seen in NBA history? Underdogs in every series, historic comebacks, and unreal amount of game winners. It would be up there. I feel like we've lost the full context of the Mavs run. What do you think? Would it be more improbable than the Mavs run? Because I feel like people thought the Heat were invincible.
Yes,
back then.
yeah. I'd say narrative-wise, the Mavs thing is more improbable just because it was this. What LeBron did back then, it was kind of like a spoken agreement, unspoken agreement. Like, hey, if you do this, yeah, sure, maybe you get a championship or two, but it's the wrong way. And so he makes the move that was, not good, and everyone just kind of defaults very KD Warriors style to, oh my God, it's over. Like, obviously, this is the team that's going to win the championship or whatever. And the Mavs, this is like, it's like if the Pacers had continually been playoff disappointments for like 15 years, or when they got into the biggest potential spots, like their opportunities rose up, it didn't work out for them, and then they went on this type of run and were spearheaded by a guy who like had already built a Hall of Fame resume and was missing specifically this kind of run. And so I think the Mavs thing is a little more improbable, but at the same time, this OKC team, like, to beat this Thunder team, I will never let anybody forget how good this Thunder team is. Like, it's probably, the Heat are better, but damn, dude, this is still a crazy win.
No, this OKC team is better than that Heat team.
I don't know, dude. Top end talent, I would say adjusted for era, maybe.
That's like no depth. Miami.
Well, that's why I'm like adjusting for
the
era.
3 guys, and that's it. But like they, what's it called? They also, you do have an argument for the Pacers side, being that like Dirk was crazy the entire time, and it was like true superstar. Like he was like better than LeBron, and over the course of a series.
Yeah.
The Pacers don't even have that every game. Like, you have Haliburton sometimes, but then there's games like today where it's just... So maybe this isn't...
It'd be like the Heat if they were, like, perfectly built to guard Dirk. They had, like, 3 power forwards, 2 were all defense, and 1 was, like, still really good.
Chris Bosh, LeBron. Who's...
Haslam is there, I guess. I mean, who else am I thinking of?
He might have been there. Joel Anthony was there on that team.
Was Battier there that season, or did he come later?
I don't think so.
Let me look
I don't think they had
2011.
Battier or Miller. They had Dexter Pittman, maybe.
58 wins. What's the power forward depths look like here?
And the crazy just amount of comebacks is, I don't know if we've ever seen that.
Oh, Juwan Howard. Okay.
Juwan Howard.
Nice. Yeah, the clutchness and some of these shots, that's where it really gets unprecedented. Like the bounce for the Knicks game in game 1, at that point it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
God wants you to win.
The real Gavin. Wolves. Hi, guys. I've been thinking about which bridge point guard I'd like the Wolves to get. I believe Rob is the answer long term, but I think we need someone to slot in that can contribute when Rob is a full-time starter. I think Jordan Poole would be kind of fun. Hashtag pool party. But I'd really like Kobe White. Hashtag white power. With the Bulls most likely moving Kobe so they can keep Gideon former super duo Jonathan Kuminga. Hashtag come everywhere. What does a Kobe White Wolves trade look like? TRG. I'll have to get back to you. Well, actually, there's no getting back to you because there's no way to know because the caveman, his brain is melted. I mean, it's
probably Kobe White for nothing.
You know what?
What?
I wonder if we might get Terrence Shannon Jr. because he's from Illinois.
Okay, hometown kid.
I don't know if he's from Illinois, but he played at Illinois. And his jersey's retired in Champaign. That's the kind of thing that matters to Jerry Reinsdorf. So maybe we'd be able to get Terrence Shannon. But I don't know. There's no way to know because it's the dumbest man in the world making a trade. And there is some weird... I need to look into what Kobe's situation is more, because there is some weird contract stuff that makes him either a better or worse asset. I forget. Yeah, I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you, real Gavin. Or maybe I'll get back to the fake Gavin. Fergus, who's up late stating their league, lobbying their requests, cranking their Soulja Boy. Real reactionary response to Game 1, but if the Thunder lose the finals, do you see them running it back or making some big swings this offseason? If so, what moves would you like them to do? I would hope they would keep it the same.
Yeah. I think Cam Johnson is in the cards for sure. I think that would make them a better team. But big swing, fireworks move. I don't think they would make that kind of thing. They're so close already. Like, this is very different from, like, the Heat making the finals in those seasons where shit lined up perfectly. They got this great run, and then when they got that opportunity, they executed. I don't want to act like they didn't do anything, but like, this Thunder team, outside of the Nuggets series, they have stomped everybody. And even in some of those Nuggets games, they stomped the Nuggets. And so it's like, this is a team already capable of winning a championship. You have flaws that you could address, and you have a lot of assets to use to do it, but I don't think we need to be like, Giannis, get over here now, or something.
Frederick Borner, what's up with it, Vanilla Face? And then he said reference in parentheses. What is that a reference to?
I'll Google it.
What's up with it? WIT. What's up with it, Vanilla Face?
Vanilla. What's up?
What's up with it?
Okay, what's up with it, Vanilla Face? Oh,
what's up?
It's from Borat.
Oh, okay. You're racist for this, Frederick Borner.
Yeah. Okay.
With the Pacers being as successful as they are, is the future meta of NBA offense one that does not have many set plays, rather relies on a free-flowing combination of concepts and reads? I don't know.
Like the triangle. Why'd you go silent? What's happening?
Well, I was thinking, and I was like, it is kind of triangle-ish. But I feel like triangle is more cuts. Well, I guess, what's the difference between a play and an action? Like,
all right, to me, a play is like Carlisle's on the side. Hey, run horns, and then you run a specific play called horns. But action is more like,
well, horns is a set.
Oh my god!
He turned off his camera.
I'm still here. It's just...
Oh, he's being shunned.
Well, horns is a set. I don't care about this question anymore. Pablo annoyed me, so.
Well, I don't know, because they're kind of like, they run things, but they just run them at the speed of light. Mm-hmm. But yeah, maybe speed maxing is catching up, but I don't know. The Bulls are speed maxing in their bag.
Yeah, I think we'll see imitators get close. But I think getting this specific recipe of speed maxing is it will be pretty difficult. Like, I think we'll see teams like speed max and look cool and make the second round and then be like, oh, yeah, we're not the Pacers. This is not going the same way.
Dude, imagine the Jazz run it.
Who would you have running
Well, Bryce in this offense would kill, but Jordan Clarkson, the terrorist himself, would hold the ball.
Clarkson, 38 shots.
Jordan Clarkson, Will Hardy. We're going to speed max, everybody. Clarkson, 18 dribbles. Pass to Sexton, 19 dribbles. Pass to Keontae. Chucks 3 shots.
Nice. Clarkson's watching Shea take 30 shots last night, and he's like, honestly, that's not even that many shots. He could have taken more.
I could do this role.
I could take more.
Jalen Sugandis.
Okay.
How do, ladies? Jalen Sugandis, Scotland's very own.
Oh, okay.
And probably only Orlando Magic fan here, with no standout issue coming from free agency, as Paolo has his rookie extension upcoming, and Suggs and Franz have already been paid till 2029. In a world where the Magic managed to get a solid pickup from free agency and trade players like Cole Anthony, KCP, and Mo for some decent shooters, if only the front office committed to the Suggs Black Dick lineup in 2023 draft. Are the Magic real contenders in the next couple of years? With how good we are defensively, and if Franz, Suggs, and the second coming of LeBron James can get more consistent offensively, which will come eventually as they're all young guys, I don't see another team in the East that are currently in a better long-term position other than Detroit. What are you guys' thoughts on it? Keep up the good works, fellas. Much love, Jalen Sugandis.
I don't think it's going to work for the Magic. I'm just getting more vibes these days.
We're Paulo haters. We're not the guys to ask. So we're not believers. Because Paulo ball is the antithesis.
It goes beyond that
ball.
For me, truly. Like, it's definitely part of why I feel this way, but it's just more and more like, okay, so is anybody going to be as good as, like, I know, even Jason Tatum level good? Like, that's not a guarantee that Paolo gets to that point.
But they think that.
And even if they did, could you, because, like, that forward duo, Tatum and Jaylen Brown, it's not, like, a locked into world beater level team. You need a extremely serious supporting cast around those two. And
we got Derek White, Jrue Holiday. We have Suggs, so we have one equivalent.
Yes, one equivalent. I don't really have that much faith in this Magic team to like put that kind of supporting cast around them. Even if like Anthony Black, hits really good, it's like I just don't have that much faith in them fleshing out the depth. And I think they'll get expensive before they get good, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I'll have to see. I can't predict. I can only react.
Okay.
So I will react.
He's a reactionary.
Farty McBallsack. Hello, jacking Pablo. I hope this finds you well. It finds me worse after reading your name. Instead of focusing...
Hey, penis butthole 10,000. Hope you're having a great day today. I'm not, man.
Guy who flashes me. How's the weather? It's a good day out here.
Whoa.
Instead of focusing on the 7-2 cliff my Celtics are about to stumble off of, I bring a simple question. What team would each of you most like to see Kevin Durant end up on? Thank you.
Denver
Sincerely,
Nuggets.
Farty McBallsack. If it could happen, I would like to see him with
Denver
Jokic.
Nuggets.
That'd be pretty sick.
The problem is...
The original Gavin said, Farty McBallsack, my girlfriend saw your name pop up in Discord notification, and now I fear she's reconsidering our relationship. You're messaging Farty McBallsack?
I'd be scared to be with you too.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about in there? So I do think San Antonio would be cool.
With Giannis?
Yep. Giannis, KD, and Wembanyama.
And Vassell.
And Stephon Castle. They keep him somehow.
Oh.
So it's ruined. It's over. Never mind. God damn it. Paolo off the bench. 10 minutes a game. Oh, okay. Well, it's not going to work then. San Antonio would be cool. It's just like that feels like a classic young superstar. Like you see the way teams have built around LeBron or Luka when they're really young, and you have to like you can't make mistakes because the team is so good that like you're not going to get swings in the draft anymore because you have a player that just lifts you up so high. Having Durant would be cool, but like I feel like the clock very much ticking. If you told me he's not really the same guy at all in 2 years, that wouldn't surprise me at all. Like, he's already 37, 38 years old.
What if I told you he's better?
I would be really surprised.
You heard it here first. Mavs Doomer, NBA Finals. Good evening, Joinkin Poncho. I have returned with more Chet trade propaganda.
Oh.
His disappearing acts hurt the Thunder massively, but also hurt his trade value. I am beginning to grow concerned with him, plus all their picks will not be enough. Oh, he's concerned that him plus all their picks will not be enough for Giannis. After the Thunder's disaster on the glass and inability to score inside, including SGA, what can they do to improve? They even shot 37% from deep and were plus 20 on turnovers. Hard to see a path to improvement where the Pacers also don't play better and turn it over less. Carla and the Pacers in 5.
Jesus. God, this is a Thunder fan?
You're hoping for some 3-point regression
Fuck
from the
my
Pacers?
stupid life. The Pacers are never going to play worse than this.
Well, this guy's name is Mavs Doomer, so he's a Mavs fan.
I mean,
but
whatever. I think the Pacers will play worse. If you go, what did they end up shooting for the game? 50, 48, 90 shooting splits probably. I'm pulling it up. So, guys, imagine something right now to kill time. 48, okay. 46, 71 shooting splits. So yeah, they'll probably turn the ball over less. They'll probably be better against this offense or more experienced against it or whatever, but 18 of 39 from 3 is insane. And J-Dub and Chet, I've seen them. I know they can play better. It can happen. So I think that'll happen.
Ned Mack, drinker of beers 11. So did he drink 11 beers, or did he was a drinker of beers and he's from 2011? I don't know. Hello, Pork and Jorker. First time Sonics lobbyist here. I hate the Thunder. How did the Pacers keep hanging around despite the turnovers? Every time they went down 12, they came right back to 6 like clockwork. Nemhard cooking Shea into the Halley game winner gave me great joy. Side note, this game had my mom, who grew up sitting courtside at the Sonics, the most excited I've seen for basketball since the Sonics left. Thank you, and love to see the oceans glaze on the timeline. Goated movies. Please shout out Jimi Hendrix and Nirvana too.
Who's this guy, 50 years old?
Hey, this guy's full on Seattle. He's rainy days. He's listening to Nirvana.
I like Nirvana.
I think getting sad about the Sonics. Yeah, I think it's just really 3-point barrage brilliance.
Also, I mean, OKC's offense, it sucked. If you go look at like a lot of the possessions where they bait J-Dub into like a midi, no offensive rebounding, a lot of like very bad shot and the possession is over type shit for OKC. That's where you see, them taking so many more shots, but it not mattering come into play a little bit. Like, Indiana's defense was very good and they were more efficient.
Sam Slippery Fetus K, Knicks. I am devastated seeing my glorious Knickerbockers fail to reach the promised land. It has led me to be introspective about what the Knicks can do moving forward. Okay. They've already fired Tibbs, which I think can give the offense a better feel, but I think more drastic measures may need to take place. What I'm about to say is incredibly controversial, and I'm ready for the backlash. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The Knicks should explore Jalen Brunson trades.
What the heck?
With Brunson on such a team-friendly deal for a player of his caliber, and his stock at an arguably all-time high, I think the Knicks can take advantage and get more assets than they would otherwise. My
Jamal
proposition
Murray and Christian Brown.
My proposition is, all right, you're not gonna believe the trade he said. Yeah, I was with you, Sam, but you're crazy for this.
Okay.
He is. My proposition is trading Brunson to the Magic for Suggs, a center, parentheses, Batadze, Carter Jr., anyone, and a pick or two.
And a pick or two. What is wrong with you?
The Knicks would have a better team offense if they ran the offense through Cat versus Brunson, and I think Suggs would be a much-needed improvement on the defensive end of the backcourt. Plus, you get a center to use when Mitchell Robinson is injured, or alongside Cat, who could be slotted in at the 4.
Seeing a guy who goes 3 of 8 twice a series. Yeah, let's run our offense through this guy.
I'd love to hear your thoughts, because if I were to say this to most Knicks fans, especially the ones that mob outside of MSG during the playoffs, I would be tarred and feathered -SSF.
Bro, you really thought this was a safe space? Come on, man.
Yeah, guys, don't go to my address. Go to his address. I can't give oxygen to that. I can't give oxygen.
Yep. Meet up at Pablo's house, 2026. $5 a Patreon, $5. Even if you just pay it once and then cancel, meet up at Pablo's house, 2026.
So, you're not crazy for the Brunson trade thing, because it would essentially be, remember, DeMar DeRozan was the most beloved Raptor of all time. Mm-hmm. They traded him for Kawhi, worked out. So if, for using that framework, like Brunson for Giannis, be like, sorry, buddy, but we got to go all in here.
Who's the Jalen Suggs in 2019 when they traded DeMar. Let me look up 2019 all defense.
Caruso. But yeah, so I think you can make an argument for trading Brunson, but I think that would be definitely not
DeMar
enough in
DeRozan
return.
for Marcus Smart or something. It's like
now
that's a lot closer even.
Hey, Suggs is better, dude. Chill.
Hey, I know. Hey, calm down. Yeah, I don't know. This is just like it's like a conspiracy where the first half of the conspiracy, you're like, we should maybe trade Brunson. It's like, did you know the CIA killed JFK or something? I'm like, okay, I'm hearing you out, right? Okay, why did they do that? Why should they trade? Who should they get Brunson for? Jalen Suggs. And it's like the CIA killed JFK because he was going to defund their experiments on pigs or something. It's like, okay, I'm kind of done. You lost me there.
How about Brunson for Giannis and then Cat for this package?
For what package?
Suggs, a center, and a pick or two.
And a pick or two. I mean, really, it's so funny to imagine. I don't want to be greedy. Just a pick or two for my top 10 player.
For Brunson, a pick or two.
Yeah, can I get one? Can I get a pick, please? It's Jalen Brunson. Come on.
We also got to remember, like, let's say you get Isaac and Suggs. Like, these are two injured guys.
Yes.
Too. So you're playing with fire here.
Well, they fired Tibbs at least, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Jonathan Isaac, 30 minutes a game under Tibbs.
Yes, Jay Wright should manage it better. Portland Trail by Lasers, and then I can't read the rest of his name, but it says beginning in parentheses Shaden Sharp.
Okay.
So I don't know. Blazers, after the way the team ended the regular season, do you still think the front office will want to move Simons? Jeremy Grant and Ayton are going to stay because them and their contract is but. Well, Jeremy Grant might go to the Nuggets. What moves do you think put them in the playoffs next year? Happy Pride. And happy and men's mental health awareness too, guys, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely how I feel also.
Yep.
So if you're sad, make it everyone else's problem. No, if mental health's important, I'm just saying, it's not a battle between mental health and Pride Month.
And a lot of straight men specifically have mental challenges.
But don't ask me to change anything about my life or do anything differently.
Gay men don't have it because they have Pride Month, so they're feeling pride. They're feeling happy this month. But
have you ever seen someone proud and depressed?
So okay, dude, fine. Happy Pride Month to all the normal guys. No, happy Pride Month to all the gay guys, and happy.
Why is it gay people versus normal people?
Well, happy Pride Month to all the gay guys. Happy mental awareness to all the normal guys.
All the regular guys.
Yep. Happy to all the factory default guys. Okay.
Whoa! Official stance of the State of League podcast for being gay. Not a choice.
It's a choice.
No,
what?
It's not a choice.
It's a choice. They choose.
No.
They like that stuff. They want it.
No, official stance of this half, of the right side of the State of the League podcast. Not a choice.
All right, guys. Off-season Patreon deluxe episode. We debate if gay is a choice or not.
I'm not debating it.
Oh yeah.
I'm bringing in Sam Cedar.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
I'll just have to destroy him like Ethan did. But so I do think they want to move Simons.
I would.
He's not that good. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it's just like you're getting to a point where like paying a pretty good player is going to impact your ability to build a team, and you're going to have like a pretty good 27-year-old and no team.
But yeah, I don't know if there's realistically. I don't know if there's a move that puts Portland in the playoffs.
Jalen Suggs and Tumani. Oh my God.
And Klingon, dude, and the Israeli super soldier.
Oh my God.
Crazy. Cause how many teams are gonna fall out?
None.
Of the West, the Grizz maybe. No.
I think the Grizz will just be a team that's there. They'll be annoyingly good to play against, but not a real threat to do anything.
And the Spurs will have Giannis and KD, so they're going to move
and Paolo.
up too.
So they're done.
I don't know. You would need like Scoot becoming Donovan Mitchell offensively, and then you would keep the elite defense.
Me watching film with Scoot Henderson. You see this double team? There's a gap right there. You're going through it every time.
So when you jump, you're getting here. We need you here.
I need you up here. You're not up here. You're not meeting me. It's like you don't even care.
Gutty. Hey, Jack. Make sure Pablo doesn't answer this one. You're the only person who can answer this. Okay. Mute his mic if you need to.
Okay. Well, I can't even hear him talk if I do that. What is it?
All right, we can't read this one.
Oh God.
we can't read this one. Sam Slippery Feet is K.
Oh,
wait, what the heck?
hold
we already
on.
read yours. We already read yours. The original Gavin. Hello, Jordan Porb. What the fuck did I just watch? Is Tyrese Haliburton Satan, or maybe is this divine intervention where he's actually the chosen one and some otherworldly forces making his shots at the end of the games go in? Anyway, I'm curious what your best comp is to what the Pacers are doing now. In terms of how shocking the run has been, I feel like 2011 has been the most, but I don't think anything compares. So we already discussed this, Gavin. Come on.
Yeah, come
on. Private Pap. I think I'm starting to like this Haliburton guy. He's kind of awesome. That's true. I agree.
I'm looking for Gutty's comment now. I want to see what it says.
Do not read it if you get to it.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my God. I won't read it, but ordering coffee under the name
Stop.
It's such a funny idea.
Stop.
Guys, airdropping pictures. That's the funniest thing you could do.
I have airdrop turned on. J-Mac. Wolves. Yeah, it's Indy OKC finals right now, but let's talk about the Wolves. Which point guard could the Wolves get if they package the 17th and 31st picks plus players? How out of reach would Morant be for them? And
incredibly.
He's a rando player option. Probably. 17 and 31. I wonder if you could talk to Caveman into Kobe for that. Maybe.
Yeah, that's well, it's because those are picks. He doesn't care. Terrence Shannon Jr. Maybe.
Terrence Shannon plus those two?
Yeah.
Is that too much?
Also, the guy earlier who was like, "Yep, Dillingham's the future." I'm fully bought in on that. But we just need a Jordan Poole level
need a
bridge. It's like, dude. Okay, whatever.
The Midwest Milker. Hello, first-time Patreon enjoyer here. What a time to be alive. Obviously, the Halley game winners welcome to the show. Obviously, the game winner, the story of the game, but for 47 minutes, I was shocked by the Pacers' turnovers and the Thunder steals that didn't lead to points. What's more real from this game? The Pacers turning the ball over, or the Thunder's terrible shooting? Or should we expect everything to even out and not overreact to either? What's the sit back and observe?
Yes.
And
it's that. Me, Idris Elba. Not everything needs a reaction.
Allows me.
Not everything needs a reaction.
But yeah, that's definitely an area of improvement. Convert on the TOs more. And then hope the Pacers shoot less. Hope you shoot a little better. What is Nasreed's name? Pack and Jablo question about 40-minute per game player. Terrence Shannon Jr. He's a multi-college player. Oh, yeah. He's just like Ayo Dosunmu, also from Illinois. How similar are these two players' trajectories? Can he achieve similar success to Ayo? Love the pod and storming the NBA league office. Hashtag repeal second apron. He has a higher ceiling, honestly, because he's one of the better athletes in the NBA. He's really explosive. So I think he could be better for sure. The Big Cheese. Also, I don't know. Wait, did he post a comment earlier? Okay, he did. OKC, Indiana. Chet and J-Dub combined for 23 points on 28 shots. Probably wouldn't have been talked about if Hallie missed that shot, but here we are. Thoughts on this? We talked about it.
I would talk about it even if he missed the shot. I'd be like, it's a miracle. The Thunder won
you'd
this
be
game.
hating?
Yeah, that's my job.
Idris Elball. We were just talking about
what the
someone
hell?
like you. Hey, Jorkin and Porkin. To confirm, Pablo is porking women like a loser. We're heterophobic at this point.
Yes, that's true.
Praise be to the Most High, our Saint Larry Bird and his beautiful prophet Haliburton were victorious against the sorcerers in Oklahoma City. It must be heartbreaking for those tornado junkies, especially with that turnover disparity we saw, 24-6. Should the offensive strategy change, or should the Sirs rely on a nuke from someone off the bench? Let's get nukes from all the bench players. But no, you really want to turn the ball over less, and you hope that there's something in film that's showing you that.
Well, a lot of it was just like, oh, I'm stuck on the baseline, I'm throwing it to the top, and then they just threw it like over into the backcourt, and it was like, okay. And those turnovers, that's like not a live ball turnovers. So going back to the guy who was like, no, they weren't scoring on these turnovers. You know, if it's not a live ball, if you're not getting a fast break out of it, it's a fake turnover. We should start tracking that.
You got to be a little worried that the Thunder can play fast. They can play fast with you, so that's a worry point. Ariel Huckporty training arc.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. Halley game winner, whatever. The artist currently known as Meta World Peace has launched his campaign for Knicks head coach position. Does Mr. World Peace have the out-of-the-box thinking that New York needs to reach the top of the mountain? I wouldn't feel great about that.
Wait, I wasn't paying attention. Say it
Meta
again.
World Peace, Knicks head coach.
I would feel great about that.
Embrace debate. Guys, next episode, we're going to be debating if gay is a choice, and if
Meta
World Peace should be the head coach of the Knicks.
And which would be a better choice? To be gay or to hire Meta World Peace as your head coach?
And maybe at the end, I'll concede on him a little bit. Maybe he'd be a good head coach, and you concede with me. Maybe it's a choice a little bit.
No.
Maybe Tumblr made it cool, and everyone just wants to be.
I don't think it's that cool. I just support people who are born that way.
Gay's lame. you heard
it
the
ally says it's not cool to be gay. Wow.
The Michael Jordan of Watching S. ... I can't see the rest of your name. Hey, August Joestar, and he wrote my name with a bunch of numbers.
Maybe you're
Pablo
a robot.
Escobar. I'm sure many non-converted pacists have assumed that this is the work of the devil. But have we considered that this run might be divine retribution for malice at the palace? Maybe.
Yeah, it could be, but also could not be.
Slobbiest Tom.
Slobbiest Tom. Welcome to the show, man.
Who would you take higher in a redraft, Dillingham or Salon? I'm still holding a bit of Tijon stock. He wasn't really supposed to be good his first year. I'm taking Salon.
Yeah, there's nothing. It's like we got nothing out of Dillingham, and then we got nothing out of Salon, and it's like, okay, well,
Salon.
I want
this.
Yeah.
We got this smile.
Yeah, I want the athlete. You know how we feel about small guards. Maybe just quit bringing it up if you don't want to hear it. You know. Hey, touchy topic. Maybe we just don't talk small guards at the dinner table. Okay.
Maybe no. Hillary did something good today. Maybe if I bring it up to my dad, I'll like her more.
No, Rob Dillingham. He had 17 points off the bench. It was a blowout, but it was still really cool. Quit bringing it up. I don't want to be mean to him.
That boy nice expert. If you ignore my request again, I'll be sad. Are we actually ignoring your requests, or do you just?
Are you just coming in and
comment?
being like, "Hey, who jacks off the most in the NBA?" And it's like,
no, but I feel like I say his name every time.
If you keep ignoring, dude. Whatever. We're here now. So what does he got?
¿Cómo estamos, muchachos? Coming to you live after a Haliban stunner hit Tornado Alley. I asked a similar question before, but where do you guys see Ty's ceiling? That must be Ty Washington. Prank. He means Tyrese Haliburton. I love the guy, but his lack of scoring aggression does leave me wondering where his peak lies. Do you see his peak as 2002 Nash-style player, where he's not dropping crazy-ass scoring games, but facilitating as a true offensive point guard? Or do you think we're witnessing another leap from him into a top 8 to 10 player in this postseason? Also, just for fun, who would be your dream player to pair with him, realistic or unrealistic? Thanks for all the laughs and good times. -TBNE.
I would love to. So first of all, it's insane that you pit Steve Nash and he's making the jump into a top 10 player as like opposing ideals, which I know you didn't mean Steve Nash wasn't top 10, but it's just interesting.
Well, 0-2 Steve Nash, 0-2.
He's good. What do you mean? And so, okay, I think coming off this game where there was an all defensive player in front of him every play, maybe us not getting, 10 tween hezzy pulls.
Tween.
That's not the end of the world. I'm not putting that on scoring aggression. I'm putting that on we could probably get a better shot than what I'm going to generate against Alex Caruso or whatever. It's just not working. As far as like dream player, what do you think? Are we thinking like lob threat roller, or are we thinking like crazy floor spacer?
I don't know, because I think, like, would he actually be good in the Jamal role?
I think so, yeah.
Like, is that the dream? I don't know, because he's so hands-off.
Jokic it would piss me off because we'd get shot clock expiring because neither of them shoot. They're just passing it to each other wide open the whole time.
Hey, that's what him and Westbrook did. It worked.
Yeah. I don't know. Let me think. Anthony Davis, realistically, would be cool.
I was thinking that too. That would be cool.
The part of this is like, if I think like Giannis, I have so much more proof that Anthony Davis plays exceptionally well off like a great passer, and I think Giannis could too. But like
Giannis a little sticky.
Yeah. AD would be pretty sick, like a prime, healthy AD, or really even what we were getting for those few games in Dallas. Other bigs. I think Mobley would be very cool next to him, but I'm a Mobley head from way back. Sabonis. How we feeling?
Next!
Not quite my tempo.
Not quite my
tempo. Yeah, that would be cool.
If he wins a championship, he might be a top 8 to 10. I don't know.
I'm cool calling him top 10 next year.
We got to see where his numbers lie.
Well, especially because no Tatum, no Embiid.
What if every game is the same? 13 points, game winner, 10 rebounds, 6 assists.
They sweep. He's terrible, but he hits 4 straight game winners.
He's built for it. Johnny Bananas, better quarter team in NBA history: 2018 third quarter Warriors or 2025 fourth quarter Pacers? Gotta go. My Golden State Warriors. Come on.
Yeah, dude.
Come on.
Golden State Warriors in the third quarter. It's like it's not basketball anymore. It's something else.
It's like the printing press.
Yeah, it's just the speed and the power. It's like, I'm supposed to compete with this? Come on.
Oh, the heck. Detroit Piss - Tons. Okay. What is your favorite loss your team has had that you watched? Mine personally would be the Game 4 of the Knicks vs. Pistons series, where my ethical goat Cade got a triple-double. Thanks and love the pod.
I don't have any favorite losses. I'm not a cuck like this. Every loss is equally terrible.
Oh, okay. Loss above all. Mine would probably be one that I can't pin down, but one that like sealed the Bulls' high pick, like an important tanking game down the stretch of the season.
I saw Jokic 56 points in person, losing to the Wizards. It's cool.
Nice.
It's cool that I have that feather in my cap. It was an awful night. I did not have fun watching that.
But you got to see Sar win, right?
It was more of a Jordan Poole win than anything else.
Kyrie Irving's immune system. Would the Knicks trading for KD have changed the end result against the Pacers? Depends who they give up. But if Brunson and Cat are still there, I think probably not, right?
Yeah, no. The defense is just still too bad.
The order of pacism. Pacism always prevails. The order decrees it. Have you both become pacists yet, or do your fearful eyes reject the everlasting light? So many in this Patreon have seen the light. When will you be sold on Pacers as a championship-level team?
Well, anybody...
I'm sold on championship-level team. I don't know if I'd call myself a pacist.
Yeah, anybody talking to me like a like a old preacher, I don't trust him. Quit. You're not. Whatever you want me to do, I'm not doing it strictly off principle now. So.
Well, that's your problem.
Come to
You're
me.
like, I want to play guitar. I don't want to preach. Then you have a night like Sinners, and then you change your mind.
He lives a
bit.
pretty.
Oh wait, he still chose guitar. Over
Yeah,
pop.
come on. It's called being committed to who you are.
Nikola Jokic's stable replied. He said, "I'm a full-on pacist. I have seen the light." LeBron to the Hawks said, "I have seen the light, brother." That Boy Nice expert said it. While I'm still a firm believer in thunderous boys, I gaze proudly at the light of pacism and find comfort in knowing this will be a fun series. I don't know if you'll be accepted. Nick Gallowstand, the Melbourne masturbator, not worried. Oh, this is in-game reactions. He said, I don't know who he's rooting for.
Not worried.
Then he replied to himself, parentheses, cope. Then again, trusting God. The OKC oral operator. Chat, is this it? Oh, Luke Holmes. Hello, Pablo, Pop, and Cracker Jack.
Okay.
I've been seeing some Noah Asenge hype very recently. Is he the real deal? And where do you think he's going to go? I'm 2 games in. Which is pretty late.
You got to tune into our draft episode to hear those opinions.
He might be legit. He's definitely got some Jaden McDaniels vibes.
Okay. Get him on the Wizards.
Beyond that, I don't know. Original name. Everybody's saying Jim Irsay, A.R., Clark, etc. are being sacrificed for the Pacers to win.
I said that earlier.
So my question, did you say that organically, or did you see this?
I said it. Well, I mean, I saw it on. I assume I saw the same tweets this guy saw.
Oh, so my question to you and Jokic Joestar is: who famous plus well-liked people from your cities would you sacrifice for a Bulls Wizards chip? Brad Phobic.
Gilbert Arenas gone. Dave Chappelle gone.
Well, I'm not making the championship if Reinsdorf and Arturis are still alive. So they got to go, and then Michael Reinsdorf has to go, and then if I have to give someone
what about
liked,
Al Capone?
He's already gone.
What?
Yep.
That's news to
he was
me.
actually alive. He was alive 100 years ago. So he's actually moved
How
on
did he die?
to the other planet. I think old age, or was he killed?
No, he died of syphilis.
Syphilis?
Yep.
What the heck?
Got him on tax evasion, then he died of syphilis.
What the frick?
Yeah, this guy, literally lame-ass death. Dude, literally fucking bozo.
I'll sacrifice Oprah. I'll sacrifice Michael Jordan. I'll sacrifice
Isaiah Thomas.
I'll sacrifice some of J.B. Pritzker. Not the whole thing.
Well, you got a lot to go around.
I got a lot to love.
I just saw Lil Wayne drop new music last night.
Yeah.
There's this. Apparently, it's not very good.
Really?
There's a lyric on my timeline. It says, "Eyes tight, my name Wong, ding, ding. Eyes tight like my name, Wong, ding, ding, dong." What does that mean?
Eyes tight.
And then it's just this picture of the guy taking the headphones off.
Is that Jose Mourinho or no?
I don't know, dude. It's a meme, so it probably doesn't matter.
Dash Breadphobic. Original name is Breadphobic.
Okay.
Sebastian Barton. What great 2000s guards would a Hallie ring, especially given the way he's played this postseason, put him above? Like Kidd, Nash,
Jason
Kidd,
nuked.
Marbury.
Darren Williams nuked. God, I'm out of focus right now. Darren Williams doesn't want me to.
Chris Paul nuked. Because him and Darren Williams are equal.
Is it focused? Oh, nice. There we go. No, that's not true. What you just said about Chris Paul, bitch. Don't ever say that about the point god.
How about the crossover god?
I don't care. D-Cross. He was cool.
But yeah, maybe Kidd becomes like the definitely not Nash yet, but maybe Kidd becomes an argument because he also played defense, but he had no J.
Yeah.
Ace and Kidd. Bull. Hey, Paula and Jackie. Donna
and Jackie. I'm gonna rewatch that now.
If the Thunder somehow lose this series, do you think it'll push Presti to make a big trade that can ruin the team's future? Like when my beloved Suns sold their next 10 years for eternal loser Brad Beal. Nah, Sam Presti's too smart.
Yeah, he's not dumb like the Suns. They would never make that Bradley Beal deal.
Barry Propel does not condone the use of dark magic. However, he is enamored by the joy this team brings. Okay.
How many more do we have?
Oh, shoot. We have a few, like 10 more?
Let's call it. We need shit to talk about tomorrow anyways.
All right, guys. Yeah, we're at 2 hours.
We're 2 hours, so we're just gonna...
I'm scrolling to see if there's any good ones. Red Salt said, I didn't watch the game, but did Tyrese Haliburton?
That's so based. Oh, my God. I didn't watch. Tell me what to think. Hey, that's what you pay $5 for, you know? Okay. I'm scrolling on my timeline right now. An AI video about Giannis in Toronto. This guy in the Haliburton outfit. Did you see this?
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Let's wreak some havoc. Let's go to the governor's mansion.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. FOMO. You're gonna have it.
FOMO. I'm hungry. Have you eaten lunch yet?
Nope.
Me neither. I gotta go. I'm starving.
Let me guess. Sandwich. Let me get a sandwich.
What are you gonna eat?
You at the store. Let me get a sandwich.
Yeah, at the sandwich store. Good one.
Yeah, that's you. Let me get a sandwich with a drink.
Could I get some food with drink, please?
That's you. That's literally you.
Yeah, whatever.
Me at the store. What's the chef's choice?
What's the
what
chef's
does he never
choice?
cook? What's he never?
Yeah,
cooked
you at
before,
the
but always
restaurant where the
dreamed
chef
of?
eats poop. What's the chef's choice? And then they give you a big plate of poop.
Oh shit! What's the chef's second choice?
I'll have the chef special. Oh yeah, we have the poop chef in today, so it's kind of an acquired taste. That's so stupid. All right, hey, patreon.com/state of the league. New episode up tomorrow. It'll be it'll be more coherent than this one, definitely. We won't be stringing together, loose ramblings or anything.
Whoever's got something left to give
What should people comment if they're still here? Let's do one of those. What should they comment?
Okay. Look at the Irish.
Look at the Irish. David Robinson, take it away.
Up tempo means I'm gonna run you into the ground.